Here, Judy, try this. It's not exactly Christmas, but it's the best I could do.
Where did you get that?
Oh, well, I haven't been out of here that long. I've lost all my contacts.
That's fantastic. It's going to make it look real nice, Dawn.
Boys found a section fence down first thing.
Bloody soap operas. Isn't there anything decent on this? Well, look who's back from the black hole of Calcutta. Welcome to the world of the living. You okay?
Oh, yeah, the rest did me the world of good.
Oh, yeah, I bet it did. Bloody Sharon Gilmore. Don't worry, she'll get hers.
It was me they put in the pound bee, not you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Well, if there's any getting to be done, it should be me who does it.
But you won't.
Oh, look, I've done my spell in the pound. I'm out now. Can't we leave it at that?
No way. Gilmore put you in there. I'm going to get the bitch.
All these vendettas, Bee, they don't do you any good.
Keep me on top.
Yeah, on top of the muck heap.
Now, where are those two off to?
Oh, well, Judy's moving into Sharon's cell.
Well, did you hear that, girls? Bryant and Gilmore have finally got themselves a honeymoon suite in the Wentworth Hilton. Isn't that just ducky?
Oh, leave him alone, Bee. At least Judy will be able to keep Sharon in line now from now on.
Oh, yeah? I'll believe that when I see it.
Oh, hello, Vera. Losing a bit of weight there, aren't you, love?
Birdsworth, what are you doing here at this time of night? Oh.
I did the wrong thing. I stole a few bits and pieces out of a few shops and that.
So you're right back where you started.
Yeah. I don't know what came over me, Vera, honest.
It says here you're being held without bail pending a hearing at the magistrate's court tomorrow.
That's right, love.
Well, for a start, Birdsworth, you can get rid of the Loves and the Veras.
Oh, all right, Miss Bennett.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Oh, good luck. Such a nice young man, looked after me like a mother looking after its child.
That's enough of the chatter, Birdsworth. You know the procedure from here on in.
Yeah. Would it be all right if I moved in with Doreen and Bea?
You'll go where I put you.
Oh, it'd be nice to be in.
They're all in with Pat O'Connell. There's no room for you.
Di Stewart?
No.
Helen Rowlands?
No.
Oh, okay.
You'll have a nice little cell to yourself.
I don't care if it rains or freezes. La da 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 da.
Shut up, Birdsworth!
Oh, sorry. Hey, this is C-block.
No, 10 out of 10, Birdsworth.
But I thought I'd at least be close to the other so I could shout at them through the wall or something.
And I thought I said you'd go where I put you.
Oh, fair go, Miss Bennett.
If you wanted to make social calls on all your friends, Birdsworth, being arrested for theft is no way to go about it. No inside.
Oh, dark as the inside of a dog.
Sweet dreams. Shut up, Birdsworth!
Can you hear me? It's Lily. Door! Are you there, Door?
Good morning, Miss Bennett.
Good morning, Mrs. Davidson.
Quiet night?
Not entirely.
Oh, Lizzie Birdsworth. Before you go, would you leave word I want to see her in my office?
I'll bring her myself after they've had breakfast.
Thank you, Miss Bennett.
My pleasure.
No, I missed maple syrup. That's the only thing.
A bit noisy, aren't they?
Oh, no more than usual. But you come for breakfast?
No. I just came in early so that I could catch them all together. I've got an announcement to make, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Thank you. Ladies. Ladies, could I have your... Thank you, Mrs. Jackson. Ladies, I just dropped in to let you know that I've arranged for a group of actors, together with all their props, scenery, costuming, etc., to come out here to Wentworth on Wednesday evening. Now, that's the day after tomorrow for those of you who've let your diaries lapse.
Oh, I had a previous engagement. What's your name?
Never mind about your other engagement. They'll be performing their latest play for you.
Oh, wow.
Don't get excited. I said performing a play for you,
I like
not
it the
making
other way.
a play for you. Right. Now, seriously, girls, I'd like you not only to give these people your support, but to take particular notice of what goes on. There'll be refreshments served after the play. The cast and crew will stay behind to have a chat about their group's dramatic activities.
Romeo, where are you, Romeo?
Wherefore art thou, you twit?
I'm up here on the chair, you idiot. Now I ask you first.
To be or not to be?
Is that supposed to be a dig at me?
Thee, I'm back.
What is Lizzie Birdsworth doing back here?
Shoplifting.
Oh. Listen, if you get a minute later on, could you come to my office, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
I was going bloody scatty out there, fair dinkum.
Oh, anyone to go to that amount of trouble to get put back inside is going to be stark raving bonkers. What am I going to do with you?
Given up fighting, that's all. No guts, if you ask me.
Lizzie Birdsworth would have more guts than 10 of you put together, and I wasn't asking you anyway. I was talking to Pat.
Oh, well, she could be right, though. I mean, not about having no guts, but about giving up the fight.
Lizzie's been fighting for the last quarter of a century, right in here. In here! OK, maybe she didn't win, but she survived. She learned to roll with the punches in here. But out there...
Well, anything would be better than rotting away in this stinking hole.
Well, for you, maybe. But what about Lizzie? What's out there for her? She's not going to meet some nice bloke and settle down and get married and have kids. It's too late for Lizzie.
What's going to happen to you when they turn you loose, Bee? You'll be in the same boat as Lizzie.
I happen to be a bit younger than Lizzie.
How long have you got to go, Pat?
18 months.
Oh, well, it won't be too bad for you then, will it? You'll still have your kids waiting for you when you get home. And the world won't have passed you by altogether.
Come on, Mrs. J, get with it.
How's Judy?
She'll be okay.
What's that about Judy?
She's just had a dizzy spell, that's all.
Where is she?
She's in her cell resting. Now, come along, move
Can I
it.
see her, Mrs. Jackson?
For public enemy, 5,852.
Hey, you've been promoted.
Oh, move along, Smith.
Give my love to the beak, Lizzie.
Will do. And keep the billy on. I'll be home for tea.
But I suddenly woke up to the fact that, despite all those years behind bars, I still had a future.
How's it look?
What?
This. How's it look?
Oh, great.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. Fingers are sore from stitching, that's all.
You look a bit down.
Oh, geez, what do you expect being stuck in here still? So I suppose this thing reads all the night. It would be good for a laugh. All them poofs mincing around.
Oh, they're not necessarily all puffs.
What, them actor blokes? You've got to be kidding. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, well, what's the difference? They're not going to let us near any of them anyway.
Yeah, can you imagine getting one of them alone in here for 5 minutes? Thanks, Darl. That was real nice. Nothing like the real thing.
Yeah, well, I think I'll watch television instead.
Turn that noise off, Smith. Right, you can all stop work and listen to me for a moment. The laundry's to be shut down for the day at lunchtime.
Yay!
Mrs. Davidson wants you to stay behind in the dining room and get it scrubbed up for this play that's going on tonight.
It'll only get mucked up at tea time.
You'll be eating in your cells tonight, and I've been asked to check your efforts. So let me assure you that if there's one speck of dust in that dining room, you'll do it again and again until I'm satisfied it's clean. Oh, not you again.
Now, don't be like that. I'm a member of the general public, and it's my taxes that go towards paying your wages.
Well, is that so? Well, what do you want this time? Bed and breakfast, room with a view?
I've come to see Dor.
You can't.
Why not?
Because I say so.
Bitch. Don't you dare, Vera Bennett. You lay one finger on me and I'll have you up for assault. You just try it. I got witnesses and all. That made you back down, didn't it?
Oh, no, don't tell me.
It's okay, Fletch. I've only come to visit.
That's what she thinks. And it's Mr. Fletcher to you.
Who do you want to see?
Door.
Anderson's already had one visitor this week. Birdsworth knows the rules.
Miss Bennett's right, Lizzie. Only one visit a week.
All right, then I'll see B. Smith.
No.
Why not?
You saw her yesterday at breakfast.
Oh, that wasn't a visit, you idiot. I was in the slammer myself.
You just watch your language.
Yeah, she does have a point, though, Miss Bennett. Look, Lizzie, could you wait outside for a minute, please?
When do I get to see B?
Well, I might just be able to arrange it. You can leave that bag here, okay? Well?
You're the deputy governor.
Fine, fine. Smith's in the dining room, isn't she? Getting set up for tonight's play?
Yes. Yet another worthless exercise.
What, the play? Or scrubbing up the dining room?
Well, haven't you got anything better to do?
And so every time there's a run on shoplifting, you'll be the first person they'll check up on, Lizzie. I'll find the stuff, return it, hit you with a fine and nothing else.
They can't force me to pay the fines, can they? And Mrs. Davidson will soon get sick of paying them for me.
They can take it out of your pension.
Can they do that? It's my money.
Of course they can. Let's get a court order and that's that.
Supposing I smashed all the stuff I stole. They couldn't return it then, could they?
They'd still take the money for it out of your pension. You'd be paying up for the rest of your life.
Bloody marvellous. For 20-odd years, they've been falling over each other to keep me inside, and now they're falling over each other to keep me out. I don't get it.
No, it's all politics, Lizzie. There's still some very red faces around because you were wrongly convicted before. They want you out and free so they can prove to the rest of the world what wonderful human beings they really are, after all. And you and me, and the rest of us, we're just the ham and the sandwich.
Time's up.
Already?
Yes, already. Now hurry up, Smith. It's almost lunchtime.
You have to accept it, Lizzie. Take what's dished out to you. And try not to let those bastards get you down.
Oh, Meg, I'd like you to meet Ken Pierce. Ken, this is Mrs. Meg Jackson.
Delighted to meet you, Mr. Jackson.
You too. Well, this is your theatre for the evening. I hope it's okay.
Well, fine, just fine.
Well, that's dinner over. Perhaps you'd like to direct operations, show them where you want everything?
Sure.
Yeah, Ken, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Ladies, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Pierce.
Oh, the name's Ken, please.
Oh, Ken. Well, Ken and his drama group are performing the play for you tonight.
Doesn't look like
Ken,
a theory
perhaps you'd
to
like
me.
How would you
organise
know?
things, show them where you want things?
Okay, well, first of all, ladies, could we get rid of some of these tables, please?
Yes, Smith, what is it?
All the tables?
Well, the more space we have.
And what are we going to do about the refreshments afterwards? Eat them off the floor?
Of course, refreshments. After more than 20 years in jail, I should have realised. You look after your bed, your body, and your ablutions, right? And the rest can take care of themselves. What's your name?
B. Smith.
And is that a name or an initial?
Name. B-E-A.
Do you mind if I call you that?
Do you like?
Fine. Oh, and thanks for reminding me about my priorities.
So what about the tables?
Well, put a couple of them over there for the tea and bickies and clear the rest away.
Would you like me to get them moving for you?
Could you?
Okay, girls, you heard what the man said. Come on, let's go. Move it.
Well, he seems to have injected some enthusiasm into it.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the idea of seeing the play, the refreshments afterwards, or the break in the routine that's causing all the enthusiasm.
Cynic. You going to stay behind? Might be worth watching.
No. My evening's all tied up.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Oh, it comes of living on your own. Wife, family, house, the full catastrophe, eh?
Yeah, the full catastrophe.
Well, you've got quite a way with the other women here. They certainly take notice of you.
They know it's good for them.
Do they stick with you?
Us cons stick together.
That's great. That's the way it should be. We should all help each other. Cons and ex-cons.
No, Ken. You got it wrong. I thought you drama people knew all about the goodies and the baddies. You see, I said us cons. Now, in my book, we're the goodies. And that doesn't include ex-cons that worm their way in with the screws and try and make out their only concern is helping us poor buggers who are left inside. For mine, they're worse than screws. They're traitors.
I thought Jim Fletcher would be here.
No, he's got family commitments, I think.
Well, if it's anything like the Christmas show, he hasn't missed a thing.
Extra state prison to provide.
What's the one with the with that moustache and tickle. He's got his blankets with him. Spare toolbox, you've already said. Hey, and there's one for Vera. Oh, she's got one.
Ladies, may I have your attention, please? While our actors are preparing for tonight's piece, I would first of all like to welcome you to this performance by the D4 Players and to give you some idea of our background. First of all, we were formed 5 years ago in Exeter State Prison, where a handful of us got together for debating and poetry reading, public speaking, etc. From an original membership of 5, hence the handful, we now have some 50 to 60 prisoners actively involved. Well, naturally, they couldn't all be here tonight.
Oh, why not? Could they?
Well, some of them had to stay home and look after the store. And others had to go to bed early because they were naughty. From the odd one-act play, performed in areas much smaller than this, I might add, we've progressed to a point where we can perform full 3-act plays in halls and theatres throughout the state. Of course, we have not yet progressed to the point where we can go out on our own. But it is comforting, particularly here tonight, to know that Big Brother is here to protect us and to look after us and make sure we don't get interfered with in the black hats.
Oh, down with Big Brother.
Now, apart from performing, many of our members actually contribute by writing our own plays. We do all our own set designs and construction. We organise and record our own sound effects, etc. In fact, the full thing. And I can assure you, it's a lot of fun. Look, don't take my word for it. Just sit back and enjoy this play, which is a 2-act play simply entitled Green.
Green?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, if you're talking of titles, if you're wondering why we're called the D4 Players, it's quite simple. D for drama. Thanks, Mrs. Jackson.
Oh, very, very well done. Congratulations. Excuse me a second. I'll just pop over and see Ken. Excuse me, girls. Excuse me. All right, well, did you enjoy the play?
Yeah, not bad.
And obviously you're acquainted with Ken. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'll mingle.
Okay.
It's a nice title.
Big bud.
Green, the title of the play. Says it all, really.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, that poor bloke locked away in solitary all those years. No windows, no sunlight. She's just about to give you a right arm for a blade of grass.
You sound as though you know the feeling.
Yeah, I know the feeling. You know, I'm no theatre critic, but I reckon the bloke that wrote that play must have been there, too. I mean, he knew what it was all about, and when he got out, he really stuck it right up the screws. Must have been one hell of a guy.
So you don't think he was a traitor, eh?
No, of course not. You wrote it.
Yeah. And you're right, I'm no traitor. And neither was Steve, the guy in the play. But he was an idiot.
How do you mean?
Because, as you say, he stuck it up the authorities.
And that makes him an idiot?
Yes. Because it cost him his life. And that's the real meaning behind the title Green. It's nothing at all to do with trees and wide open spaces. It was him. Steve's as green as they come.
And you're not?
I'm alive.
And sticking it up the authorities?
Look, why don't we talk about you forming your own drama group here at Wentworth? Do you think the others would be interested?
They might be.
Good old Lizzie.
What are you stuffing your face with there, Anderson?
I didn't pinch it.
Nobody said you did. Let's have a look. All right.
What have you got? Lizzie gave it to me. You want some?
No, me lunch will spoil it.
All right, come on, move along, come on.
How was the old bag?
Oh, she reckons she's got the good oil on Fletch.
Well, are you going to tell me or do I twist your arm?
Lizzie reckons he's into Caroline's knickers.
Give him enough rope.
Come on, Anderson, move it.
What you doing?
What's it look like?
Where'd you get that?
It's yours. Okay.
Oh, I didn't mean you had to give
So
me
how
that.
did you get so dirty? Digging a tunnel?
No, I've been helping Judy with the cutting from the garden.
Well, what's gotten to you since I last saw you?
Oh, not much. You going to help with that theatre project?
Ah, so that's what it is. You want to star in Erica Davidson's all live, all girl, all crim review, huh?
Well, it's better than being bored to death.
Oh, Bee's right, love. The theatre thing's only to make Reed and Davo look good.
But what about the outside visits?
You really think we're going to be able to do anything we like? You know what's going to happen, don't you? Any time someone wants to see what good the do-gooders are doing, Erica Davidson will trot out her team of performing apes.
Oh, you can bet your life it's not for the good of our health.
All right, Adams, Anderson, Connolly, Bryant, Gilmore, Jones, O'Connell, Smith.
I thought Simpson came before Smith.
What was that?
Oh, not in public, Fletch. I reckon it's a bedtime story.
You're looking for an insolence charge, are you, Smith?
What?
All right, ladies, let's work off some of this excess energy, shall we?
That is, if you're not too tired.
Ever heard of clipping a lawn with nails, Scissor Smith? Well, we're going to do something a little bit more interesting than that. You ladies are going to pick up every match and every cigarette butt in the garden. When you're ready, Smith.
You heard what the man said.
Come on.
You must have said something.
You keep your nose out of it.
I don't see why I should.
What's going on, Mr. Fletcher?
Just do as you're told, Bryant. All right, ladies, in line. All right, move.
You going to let him get away with this, Bee?
Maybe. What can you do? They've got the right.
Yeah, but I can put a stop to the bastard.
Hey, wait a minute, you drongo. Do you think if word gets round it's going to help Caroline any?
She never did nothing.
That's right. And her trial's coming up soon. If Fletch gets the bullet, you think they'll leave her out of it? The press would have a field day. Look what happened to you. You got 2 years because of what your son got up to. That's right.
But do you really reckon they're having it off, Bee?
Who cares? And if she is, she's a lot better off than we are.
What do you mean?
Oh, I reckon even having Fletch would be better than no one at all.
Oh, I reckon. Well, what do we do now?
Don't tell me you've still got some energy after the exciting day we've just had. First of all, we get to pick up cigarette butts for Fletch.
And then Gilmore's hitman bites the dust.
She's all right. No thanks to you. You losing your touch, Bee. Letting Fletch walk all over you.
You belter. What is eating you lot? And where's all your craft stuff for Reed?
Looks like they lost interest.
How about some drama lessons then?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah, you lot would, wouldn't you? Running around like a pack of schoolgirls.
You run along. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, and maybe they'll just let you out to do the show, too.
Maybe.
Are you kidding? We're not even allowed out of this room without a screw holding our hands.
We'll see. Okay, hands up. Who wants to do the drama classes? Pat?
Doesn't matter to me one way or another.
Well, I'd rather do crass.
You all right?
Of course I am.
Do we have your vote?
Yeah, well, it's no skin off my nose, Bee. I'll make the costumes if you like.
And what about you?
Like I said, what's in it for us?
You trust your Auntie B. I'd like to see Mr. Reed. Is that okay?
I don't see why not. Righto, ladies, back to yourselves for muster.
You'll never get any change out of Reed. back down pretty quick.
Listen, Bee's boss around here, love. I don't give a damn, but what she says goes.
Only if she gives the women what they want. And she won't.
I wouldn't bet on it. Come on.
Well, we're making this into a real home away from home, aren't we? You're my favourite girl, you know that?
You're only one, eh? Huh?
Okay. What would I do without you, Jude? Oh, hair's looking so scruffy. Don't know what I'm going to do about it in here, though.
Yeah, well, all I want to know is what are the chances of getting outside visits if we get this plague grip off the ground?
What odds would you like?
What are you offering?
Now, what about a cigarette?
Well, thanks very much.
Look, B, you've been inside long enough to know that I can't offer you anything.
And I thought you could move mountains.
What I'm proposing is an opportunity to get away from television and boredom with the possibility of outside visits.
You're hedging your bets again.
What you get out of it is entirely up to you and the women.
Okay. You get your jailbird mate back here and we'll have a chat.
Is that all you want? I thought you drove a hard bargain.
I still do. You say perhaps, sometimes, maybe. If we're very good little girls, we might get outside some night to show ourselves off, right?
Perhaps, sometime, maybe.
And yet we still have to go to the dunny with some screw, opening and closing the gates a mile a minute. You need a red stamp from the department for that too?
I'll see what I can do. Well, if that's all you wanted, why didn't you say so in the first place? And B. Smith willing, the theatre project should be a goer.
What about the governor?
She's a pretty liberal sort of a lady. I don't think she'll stand in the way.
Well, she's no patsy.
She wouldn't be here if she was.
No, but governors have a habit of taking the reins if and when they feel it's necessary.
Must give you wrist arrest not having to carry around all those heavy keys.
Smith.
Well, here I am. Never could resist the demands of a lady.
Hi, Mr. Reed.
Hello, B. Would you like some coffee?
Yeah, tell.
Room service isn't what it used to be. Excuse me just a moment.
You're no trustee.
You kidding?
Well, fancy a responsible member of the club leaving us alone together. So you don't buy Reed's story and you don't buy mine, eh?
Why should I?
Right. But why should I sell you a dud?
I've been sold a lot of goods before, just so someone else can cash in.
Well, you're not wrong. But if you play the system right, you can make it work for you.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you got the gates open, didn't you? Oh, so maybe that was the screws just playing up to you to get what they want. But it's something. You keep your nose clean, it'll be a lot more.
Like what?
Look, when I started this drama group in Exeter, it was to while away the time. But then it got bigger. And I started to get what I wanted. More privileges, more free time.
Mm. Top suck, huh?
No. But at least I got what I wanted.
Well, maybe they're not offering what I want.
Anything's possible if you play your cards right.
Well, coffee's on the way. How's it going?
Well, I think I made her an offer.
Oh, hi, what are you doing in here?
Oh, one thing about the security gates being open, you get a bit of peace and quiet.
Now, is that a hint?
Oh, of course not. You look like the cat that got the cream.
I think that's the cat that got the canary.
Does it matter?
Well, in this case, the cat that got the jailbird.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did I ever tell you about Marilyn and Eddie?
No.
Well, Marilyn was a pro. Used to be in and out of Wentworth every couple of months. And Eddie was an electrician who used to work here. Well, they took a fancy to each other.
I still don't get you.
Well, things got so hot in here, finally they had to do something. And they found this attic.
In Wentworth?
Yeah. Mind you, that's going back a bit. But I think I might just have to put that attic back to work.
You haven't got the hots for Fletch, have you?
No, dear. Ken Pierce.
O'Connell, Mr. Reed wants to see you.
Well, you can go and tell Mr. Reed I don't want to see him.
Oh, come on. Pat, any offer's better than none.
Yeah, turns on all the charm, thinks he's got you where he wants you. Well, I'm not going on with the appeal, and that's that.
What? That's an order, O'Connell.
OK. Maybe I'll go and teach Mr. Reed a few words he hasn't heard.
One morning, just as the sun was rising, they chucked me in.
Birdsworth!
With all me.
Will you be quiet?
Cruise.
Get a move on. You built up quite a little collection, didn't you, Birdsworth?
Yeah. Seems a shame to lock all these lovely clothes away.
Don't worry. The uniform's much more fitting for you.
You really think so?
Sign here, Birdsworth, and hurry up.
Uh-oh.
You can take these with you.
Oh.
Leave that behind.
I want to make me room look a bit homely.
I said put it back.
Who you putting me in with, Miss Bennett?
No one.
Oh, fair go, Miss Bennett. You know I don't like being on me own.
You'll just have to get used to it.
Oh, come on, Miss Bennett. I'm an old woman. I might have one of me attacks in the middle of the night.
I'm raising you.
Too good for me.
You're bluffing.
No, I'll leave her alone. She's doing okay. And I'm out.
I know how to play. I'm out too.
Must be my lucky day.
Hey, Pat, how about a couple of hands?
No, thanks.
Oh, come on, love. Worrying about Andy's going to drive you around the bend. They'll find him.
If he went back to Malakuta. But if he's not there, I don't know where he'd run off to.
Anyone would think you wasn't expecting me. Oh, Lizzie!
I might have known, you old cow. How long did they give you this time?
6 months, same as you.
You want your head red.
I did, and they found out that I knew what I was doing. Oh, hiya, Pat. How are you?
Oh, fine, Lizzie, just fine.
Ah, Lizzie, you
Miss
know,
Bennett,
Sharon.
have they found my son yet?
We'll let you know.
You been in
Well,
before?
can I ring the home to see if Emma's all right?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Well, she'll be wondering where her brother is.
Well, that's not our problem, is it?
You was hollering blue murder.
So tell us, why they want to put an old Darrow like you in jail for 6 months?
Well, it wasn't easy. I had to convince them that I was a public menace.
Well, it only took me one go.
This idiot wanted to get inside as well.
Hey, how come?
Been near a friend.
Me too.
You're both mad.
You want to play some more, or you're quitting while you're ahead?
Oh, you're a glutton for punishment.
What are you playing?
What's poker? You want to join us?
Oh, I don't know if I remember, but I'll have a go.
Look what I got. Oh. She broke into the garden all by herself. She must have come in when the paddy wagon came in.
You little sweetheart.
Oh, it stinks.
Oh, you're just jealous because I found her.
What, for God's sake, are you doing bringing her in here?
Oh, we've got to find somewhere to hide her, Bee, just till we figure out how we can keep her.
How do you think you're going to hide her? She's not exactly the sort of thing you can slip into your pillowcase, you know.
Oh, you'll think it's something, Bee.
What's this? A union meeting? O'Connell, you're wanted in the governor's office.
Oh, have they found Andrew, Miss Bennett?
Oh, how would I know? Why aren't you two in the garden?
In the garden? Oh, you know, we just were looking for some more tools from the storeroom, Miss Bennett.
And you just had to go through the laundry on your way, I suppose.
Right.
What was that?
Oh, please, Miss Bennett, can't we go?
Be quiet.
Must have overtaxed me strength.
I can well imagine how much work you've done this morning, Birdsworth.
Yeah, it's been murder.
So go to the staff room and make the morning tea. How did that thing get in here?
Oh, please, Miss Bennett, we've got to keep her just till she gets a feed, at least.
Yeah, fair go, Miss Bennett.
Don't talk rubbish and get something to use for a leash. Now move. I'm sure the governor will be pleased to hear that this is how you abuse the lessening of security. I think it's high time we put a stop to all your little comings and goings. For good.
Oh, hello, darling. Reported you to the governor, did she? Bloody mongrel. No, not talking about you. I'm talking about old Vinegar. Come on, love. You and me are going to be mates. Yeah, I'm gonna look after you. Young Prudence and old Lizzie. Now, how is that, eh? Old Lizzie and young Prudence. I'll just hide you in there, right? Well, off we go. Shh. Don't you make a noise, man.
Wait at the gates for Mrs. Jackson, O'Connell.
Yes, Miss Bennett.
Hold it right there, Birdsworth. Where's the dog?
Dog? What dog?
Get that out of there immediately.
Oh, Miss Bennett, you're not going to take her away. Oh.
Take her out.
Oh, come on, love.
I'm going to have to put you on report for this. You can't be trusted for 2 seconds.
Oh, look out for a leg there, Miss Bennett.
Now sit down. Go on.
What's all the noise about?
Oh, Mrs. Davidson, we're going to look after her. She's not going to do any harm, little Prudence. Can't we keep her here? Can't we really look after her?
We're not running a pet shop.
Oh, but she's a dear little sweetheart, isn't she, Mrs. Davidson?
I'd say she's a pedigree. Someone probably owns her.
Yeah, me and Doreen.
Miss Bennett is right, Lizzie. You cannot keep a dog in the prison. I shall call the RSPCA.
The what?
It's an organisation that looks after homeless dogs.
Oh, yeah.
In the meantime, you can take her out into the garden until they pick her up.
Oh, thank you. Oh, come on, love. Come on, out we go now. Into the garden. Thanks, Mrs. Davidson. Come on, love.
What I really wanted was my own dog. You know, I used to pretend that I had one. Well, that was back when I was by myself.
Oh, how'd it go?
I'm going ahead with the appeal.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I suppose so. Mum will have to sell the house. Not that she owns much of it, but it'll help.
Attention, please. For those of you who are interested, the drama classes will commence tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, great.
There have been various classes in the past, most of which have been dropped due to lack of enthusiasm or because the privileges were abused. I'm hoping these will be successful. However, should there be any difficulty at all, they will be stopped immediately. I'm expecting the women involved to set an example. Thank you.
It's not there.
The RSPCA have come to collect the dog. It seems to have disappeared. Do any of you know where it could be?
Who's the last to see it?
Well, I suppose it was Judy and me, but it was okay then. We tied it up just like Miss Bennett said. It must have got out.
All right. Probably we wanted to get away from you.
Oh, cut it out, Miss Sharon.
What are you siding with her for? She everyone's little pet or something.
Look, I'm not in the mood, okay?
I hope she's going to be okay out there all by herself.
Yeah, well, after the scrubbing we gave her, someone's bound to want her.
I suppose it's better than being in an old dog's home where someone might put her to sleep.
Birdsworth? Are you feeling all right, Birdsworth?
Yeah, just thought I'd turn in early, Miss Bennett.
She must be crook.
Are you sure you're not sick?
Quite sure, honest.
How did that get there?
Oh, I must have spilt me glass of water.
Yeah, Lizzie, have you heard the song Doreen's rehearsing for the playgroup?
Will
Sing,
you
Doreen.
women get out of here?
Oh, come on, now before lights out, Miss Bennett. You've got the cutest little baby
This
face.
is not a sideshow.
And not another one can take your place, baby face.
Look, Smith, will you be quiet and listen to me, or I'll put you on report.
Baby
Shut up.
face.
For this piece of stupidity, you can lose your privileges. Now get out of here.
You got no taste for the arts, that's your problem, Vera.
Smith, I'm sure when the RSPCA call again tomorrow, they're more than likely to find a dog in the garden, don't you think?
Wouldn't be at all surprised, Mr. Jackson.
What were you looking for, Miss Bennett?
You don't fool me for a second, Birdsworth.
Of all the stupid, harebrained things to do, Lizzie.
Oh, well, I couldn't leave her out in the garden. That's how me cat dropped dead.
Now, how are we going to smuggle her past the screws? If Vera sees us with this much, she'll throw the book at us. Now, if those drama classes get cancelled because of you,
I figured out a way, Bee.
Well, what are you doing in here?
I thought we could smuggle her out to the bin in this.
Good thinking, Dor.
Yeah, I could take her out.
I'll do it.
You had her in your room last night after I did all the dirty work. It's not fair.
Well, you knock it off, you two, and just get it out of here.
She gets to do everything.
Well, who cares? It's going to be taken away anyhow.
Look, you're not meant to be in the garden.
And you're not meant to be in the laundry, you little...
Get both your blocks off.
Are you using threats again, Smith? I thought if I kept an eye on Anderson, she'd lead me to the dog. You're all slipping.
Oh, I was just keeping her until I let her go, Miss Bennett. I don't want her to go to the RSPCA.
You should have thought of that before.
Oh, what's going to happen to Prudence if nobody wants her?
They'll destroy her. What do you think?
Oh, you wouldn't let him do that, would you, Miss Bennett?
Just because you never had a dog when you were a kid, there's no need to hate her that much.
Don't push me, Birdsworth.
Shut up, Lizzie.
Well, Smith, I'm glad to see you're coming to your senses.
Law-abiding citizen, that's me, Vera. What's the matter with you two? She could have cancelled the acting classes.
Yeah, well, if she hadn't started to throw her weight around, we might have got her out in time.
Look who's talking about weight.
It's all your fault if she gets bumped off.
The next one who shoots her mouth off is going to get a thick lip.
The lunch bell's gone.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, come on, Doreen. Sharon loved that dog as much as anybody.
Yeah? Well, old Bennett's going to have her put down because of her.
You don't know that. I mean, someone's bound to want it.
Oh, Sharon always wants what everybody else wants.
Yeah, but you couldn't have kept it.
Yeah, but at least by now it might have been free.
There she goes. Poor little thing.
Murderer! Bloody killer! Yeah, how would you feel being taken to the glue factory?
I started the men's prison off on improvisation. Seemed to work okay. Well, it just gives me some idea how well they can express themselves. What do you think?
Well, you're the expert.
Yeah, but you know the women better than anyone.
Well, from what I've heard, they don't have any worries expressing themselves, believe you me.
Oh, when I think of the number of times I spent in that pound. You know, I used to read aloud just so I could remember the sound of my own voice.
Well, at least you got out with an education.
But it didn't help me to relate to people. You have to have someone who understands to do that.
Well, what about family or friends?
When you're in and out of prison for 20 years, you lose them all.
Yeah. I think the only people I know on the outside are the ones I've met in here. You ever been married?
Yeah, when I was 17.
Didn't she stand by you?
Well, a year after we got married, I got 5. Then I figured I should bust out and look after her. Look after her. 2 days later, I got busted for armed robbery, copped 20 years. Haven't seen her since.
Do you ever figure on getting caught?
Now I would, yeah, but not then. When I was 18, I reckon I was untouchable.
Yeah, I knew I'd be caught. And I thought it was worth it.
And now?
I'd do it again. How do you think you'll go rehabilitating me?
I reckon it's worth a try.
Okay, you lot, I've got 2 things to say to you. Oi! The success of this group depends on you. So if it packs in, it's your loss. Number 2, if it does fold up, you are going to have me to answer to. So anyone who gets out of line better look out.
If anyone's going to keep order, Smith, it'll be an officer, not an inmate.
Look, lady, B's right. If this does fall through, it will be your loss. You see, the whole idea of this group is to help you to, well, have confidence in yourselves and to communicate. Okay? Now, I thought we'd start off with improvisation. Oh, that's just putting on a small play without any preparation. As you make it up as you go along. Use your own imagination.
Get their kicks out of watching
Could be
little
any topic you
animals
like.
get tortured.
You can play any
Well,
person you
I
like.
heard that some of them even like watching them be murdered.
And then I'll ask for volunteers.
I got something to do.
Oh, that was quick. What's your name?
Mouse will do.
What's your idea?
I got a poem to say. The boy stood on the burning deck, his pants all full of cinders.
Okay, cut it out. Now, we want an idea for a play. You heard.
Yeah, some situation you all know. Something you can identify with.
Lizzie Birdsworth.
Yes, Lizzie.
What about we all do something out of the courts? We've all been in the courts.
Okay, provided there's more than
You
one
had
person
enough
in.
already, Brian.
No, I just want to lie down for a minute.
I could act out how I got back inside. It wasn't easy.
We've all heard it before, Lizzie, and it's boring.
Okay, now you've got the idea. Let's try one more scene, eh? Remember, you're ordinary people. either yourselves or someone you know. So just relax and let your real feelings come through. Okay?
Oh, look at that dear little dog that's come into our garden. It looks as though it's in need of a real home.
Oh, what's going on here? How did this ugly mongrel get inside?
Oh, please, Miss Bennett, she's on her last legs. Can't we keep her till she gets better?
I'll see that you're shot for breaking in here.
Ow, that hurts!
Showing my real feelings.
This is a prison, not a dog's home.
You reckon?
If you hadn't started all that arguing, Miss Bennett wouldn't have wanted to get rid of her.
Why don't you pick on someone else for a change?
Just for that, you're going to get 2 weeks in the pound, Gilmore, for being selfish and such a pain in the backside.
Little baby,
The governor warned you about there being trouble. I'm sure she's going to be very pleased to hear about this. You see that Mr. Pierce has shown out? I told you your little lot would bring an end to this nonsense.
You little